Prince Engineer Yemisi Shilon, FNSC, and is proudly supported by the Nigeria Set of Engineers, Abeokuta branch. The question for the day that you are going to answer and win a prize, courtesy of the sponsor, is if Ashe deserves twice as many marks as Bayo, and Bayo deserves half as many marks as Tunde, how many marks does Bayo receive when their total mark is 225? This is mathematics. If Ashe deserves twice as many marks as Bayo, and Bayo deserves half as many marks as Tunde, how many marks does Bayo receive when their total mark is 225? If you know the answer, pick up your phone and call. You can go to our Facebook page too and let us know what your answer is. And you'll surely get your prize. We'll take this very short break. My guest is already around, and I'll let you know who he is, then we'll set the ball rolling. Welcome back, and my guest for today joining us via Zoom is Engineer WALE OLALUWOYE. He's the immediate past Sub-Dean of Faculty of Engineering, Olabisi Onabanjo University, Ibogun campus, where he lectured in the Department of Electrical and Electronics Engineering for over 10 years. He was the subsystem operator at the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, and a consultant to a number of utility solution firms in Lagos and Ogun State. Engineer OLALUWOYE is the immediate past Vice Chairman, Power, of the Nigerian Institute of Electrical and Electronic Engineering, Ogun State chapter, as well as the immediate past General Secretary, NSC, Abeokuta branch. He serves in a number of collaborative committees for development of engineering between Nigeria and other foreign countries. He takes delight in helping and mentoring young engineers and to be the best in their game. And Engineer WALE currently works as an electrical engineer in a multinational company based in Scotland, England, where he is helping in designing a new net zero carbon environment for the United Kingdom. Engineer OLALUWOYE, thank you so much for joining us on this program.
Thank you very much, welcome.
All right, you are talking today about how to become a marketable engineer. What does that mean?
Oh yeah, yes, a marketable engineer. Okay, so can I start to?
Yeah, you can go ahead, please.
Okay, good. Thank you. All right. Yes. Good evening once again, our viewers at home. This evening, my name again is Engineer WALE OLALUWOYE. We are talking about how to become a marketable engineer. By way of introduction, let me start by saying this. Now, hundreds of Nigerian engineers are getting legitimately employed daily across the globe. In the UK, where I currently reside, over 80% of the workforce is actually engineering. And I've also discovered that 85% of employers will consider candidates with other skills beyond academic certificates in their employment. Okay? So now, employers, and I think this is where it begins to get interesting. Employers will employ you if you can add value to their company. But they will integrate you if they see that you can create value for their company. And to me, I would say that that is the greater level of job security. Not just adding, create. Of course, if you cannot create, at least add. But when you add, be sure, do a little bit more by creating value for your company. So who is an employable engineer? An employable engineer is an engineer who is able to add value to our company, okay? But a marketable engineer is a think tank, so to speak, for his company. Yeah, when everybody is putting in their bits in the company and you come in to put your own as well, the employer likes you. But again, if you can all create a niche or carve a niche for yourself and be a think tank in that area, especially as an engineer, you create value for the company and the company integrates you. In fact, if you desire to go, the company will do everything it can to keep you in the employment. And that's what we want to take, that's the level we want to take ourselves to. That's the level I want young people that are aspiring to be engineers to actually take themselves to become marketable. Now, let me just quickly dwell on some myths. Okay, I've had a lot of this in my 10 years of lecturing. Engineering is difficult. But again, I've discovered that, well, are there really good things that come easy? The answer is pure no. I have discovered that our mindset really is what the problem is. Many people come into engineering, they are not even prepared. Some are prepared, but they just feel that this is just difficult, and it is the mindset. We have seen people transform after 300 level and get a good grade out in 500 level just because there was a change of mindset along the line. Of course, I've had as well where people will say mathematics is the problem, they don't know maths. Yeah, mathematics is a requirement in engineering. I would not deny that fact. I will not sit here and tell you that it's not a requirement. It is. But spending time with the right resources online is already making that very, very easy already. Now, I like I said, of course, thanks to our school back in the State, Olaluwoye University, we were able to do online teaching throughout the COVID period and stuff like that after COVID. I taught mathematics for a very, very large class. And in fact, as at last week, somebody still contacted me on LinkedIn, one of my old students, and told me that I taught him engineering and he had an A and he enjoyed it. So it's not about how difficult, there are so many things online that we can really use to actually crack that problem in engineering. In mathematics particularly. And the fact that I had the opportunity of teaching online gave me the flexibility to use some of these resources. So another problem is that people feel that, the jobs are not there. But this is not peculiar to engineering. It's not. It's not. And you would really be shocked. You'll be surprised how much employers are paying to locate the right candidates with the right soft skills every day, not only in Nigeria, outside Nigeria, in Nigeria, everywhere. They are paying so much to get the right people. So it's not a matter of the job not being available. It's not a matter of the engineering jobs not being available. It's a matter of we not getting the right people with the right academic qualification and the required soft skills that they need. So how do we even go about getting all this? What do I need to focus on? Number one is platform. I need to tell us this, that we need to spend time on beneficial, underline. In fact, I'm supposed to underline that. Beneficial social media platforms that will challenge your career. As a young guy that is interested in making the difference in the world, making the difference, I wouldn't be mentioning names of platforms really. There are platforms that are fairly social. You just go there to dance, to show yourself, show your pictures and all those. Yeah, fine. We really need, it's good. But again, there are some serious platforms that you can engage yourself with to become a better person. And permit me to say, and I'll say this for free, serious employers today will not employ you if they don't see your activities on LinkedIn. I have been in a position to in a way employ or be part of the process of employment as well. And I know that people go into this place, once they are seeing you, they have already gone into your LinkedIn profile to check your activities there. It gives them a good picture of who exactly you are, even if you are saying something different. Okay, so I will talk about the materials. I've mentioned that as well. Spend time with materials that will make your learning very, very easy. Beyond our lectures, there are several learning aids on the internet with a variety of teaching methods and aids, including mathematics, which I've talked about. So having done all that, you need to engage yourself in discussing interesting areas, move discussions across these social networks on areas that are, that are in tandem with what exactly you want to achieve. And I tell you, a lot of things, a lot of problems have been cracked when we engage in these discussions. Okay, so further actions to take, moving from that, network with great people who will add to your skills. Soft skills may be acquired. Soft skills will not always be acquired in the classroom. Yeah, you learn your mathematics, divide, x, and all that, but you need to have some other skills like the programming language. I just had to keep this very short. Programming language, coding, analytical skills. So many of these things, as a matter of fact, so many of these learnings can be done online free of charge, and some with as very, very little amount, 1,000, 1,500 and stuff like that. Those things really add to you. By the time you put them up to get employment, it makes you very, very marketable. It makes your employer see that this person really knows what he's doing. So maximize opportunities that you have to learn. Okay, so let me just begin to round off. What's the future of engineering? In the near future, two things will happen. Two things. Number one, machines will replace human beings. Machines in the near future will replace human beings. That's a very sad news, but again, the good news for those of us, the younger people who may want to take up engineering, is that engineers will invent these machines. Okay, so when machines are replacing human beings, engineers are inventing these machines. So there's no way engineers will definitely, they always have their own job. So you want to secure your means of survival in the future, I would tell you, consider studying engineering. Well, thank you very much. Later.
All right, Engineer Wale, thank you so much for that brief but insightful exposition. Let me use that word. But I would like to take you up on some few things. You mentioned addition of value and creation of value. Now, yeah. Aside from semantics, what practical way can you differentiate between these two?
Okay, between addition of value and creation of value. Yes. Thank you very much. Now, you see, there is for instance, the company where I work at the moment, when I got in there, I met people, brilliant people, doing different things. In fact, very creative knowledge, very creative ideas of which they are doing things. Now, when I came in, the first thing I thought of is, Wale, you have to just look at what they are doing, identify the loopholes, and see what you can do differently. If what they are doing is what you want to do and add to it again, just to get the job done, yeah, they will, at least the job is going on, they will help you, they will add you. But again, if you give them a different way of doing it, you become very, very valuable. You become, you are creating a value that they don't have, and if they have to create a department to solve that problem, they will probably be tipping you to be the head of such a department.
All right, so one of the problems that if you check the minds of young engineers or who will be engineers is that automation of things. Now, yeah. If I want to be an engineer and you are telling me that very soon a machine will take over my field, then why study engineering? Can you shed more light on that?
Now, thank you very much. You just mentioned something now. You said automation is taking over. Who are the people automating? Who are the people behind the automation? It's still the engineers. Now, let me tell you something. I've had a lot of things. We talk about biomedical engineering. We talk, in fact, financial engineering. That's one of the things I've had recently. So even the accountants, whatever accounting they are doing, will still be doing, going forward. It's already here, but innovations are coming up generally everywhere now, where these things are being automated. But there are people behind, backstage, making this automation possible. And that is where the engineers are actually working. So when the works generally machines begin to take over the jobs of every other person, those people that will be inventing those machines are actually the engineers. So they will never get out of job.
All right, Engineer Wale, please hold your breath. I would like you to share your face now. We need you to see your face now.
Oh, okay, good.
You can do that.
Thank you.
All right, so you can go ahead, please. Oh,
yeah, thank you very much. Yes, I just said, if I have to just repeat myself the engineer, generally, machines will replace people. Machines will replace accountants. Their jobs will be automated. The jobs of even medical doctors will be automated. I mean, if you get to a pharmacy shop today, for instance, a robot could answer you and then prescribe drugs to you in a way. But who are the people behind this automation? It's actually the engineers. So the bottom line is this: while machines will be taking over the responsibilities of other professions, the engineers that will be the one to actually be behind the machines will definitely be on the job. So if you want to secure your future, I say once again, if you want to secure your financial freedom or your economic freedom for your future, consider studying engineering.
All right. I'd like to ask you how. Okay. Yeah. I'd like to, we have a caller. Okay, we've lost that call. Okay. I'd like to ask you about networking. Is there a role that networking will play in making an engineer marketable?
Yes, networking plays a very, very important role in making an engineer. You see, that no matter your skills, no matter your knowledge, no matter what you have or what you know, if you don't have the right people to help you to get these ideas out, then you remain where you are. So, for instance, I am at the moment. I have some there were some jobs I was working on that requires me to actually look at make some mechanical stuffs. I am an electrical engineer. So who do I actually look at? I mean, how do I resolve that? I have to talk to some of the friends I have in mechanical engineering, and not just friends, people who are skilled in that particular area, not the field of mechanical engineering. So as much as you are trying to grow yourself vertically in your own particular field, it is important to consider horizontal networks that will help you in achieving. You see, the future of engineering is not just one discipline. It is multidisciplinary. Everything will revolve together in such a, we are talking about biomedical engineering at the moment. We talk about so many of all these things that are being automated. As an engineer, I need to understand what the doctor is doing so that I can incorporate what he's doing into my own machine. And at the end of the day, tomorrow I send him out of job because my machine will be doing his job. So I need to network. That is the truth.
That's kind of cruel because you are, yes, you're an engineer, but yet you are making other people.
You see, that is where we talk. When we talk about creating the value, it's not about just adding to it, doing it the way other people are doing it. You are creating something that will add value to people. Let the doctor also be creative. Let other professionals as well also let them be creative. Let them do something that maybe somebody else will not be able to do. Maybe an engineer will not be able to do. So let them remain in business. But for us in engineering, we have already identified how we can remain in business perpetually. And that's what I'm just presenting to you.
All right, you said something. I'd like to ask you two questions in one. First of all, you said mathematics is simple, if I get you right.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't.
Let me rephrase by saying you say mathematics can be understood. It's not as difficult as it seems.
It's not as difficult.
Where do you derive that confidence from? Okay, we have a caller. Hello. Please hold your thought. I'll get back to you. Hello.
All right. Hello. Good evening.
Good evening, Kelvin. How are you doing?
Please, I have a question.
All right, go ahead with your question.
The present situation in our country, because and some countries that when you study them, you think you are useless, you don't know where to go. Especially about biology, even some of us engineering. So my question is, how do we know? Because we have many engineers that are doing they end up doing one assistant and the other. So do we then say that actually something engineering that eventually becoming something from table? So you don't even have where to go. You don't have anything to affect it. So I think that
So Kelvin, what exactly is your question now? Because we can't really understand.
Yes, the question I'm trying to ask you, the question is that which is of engineering something to be what project in Nigeria? Because actually, we didn't have anything to affect it.
You're asking what can engineering companies do in Nigeria to be more thorough? If I can get your question right. Okay, I'll allow Engineer Wale to take that.
I don't have anything to affect you.
All right, Engineer Wale is asking what steps should engineering companies in Nigeria do to be more thorough in making this place better?
Okay, so if you can just help me put it in perspective again, I think he was talking about, I couldn't hear him at all, so I'm just depending totally.
Yes, he's talking about what the Nigerians, engineering companies in Nigeria can do to make. You have so much challenge, so much opportunities here in this country, so much problems to solve with engineering skills. Now, how can our companies here be more thorough to achieve this objective?
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you very much. Well, that's a very beautiful question. Thank you very much for asking that question. Yes, I must say this. The engineers we have in Nigeria are doing wonders. Sincerely, are doing wonders. I think we really have what to do as engineers, but what we really need to do, what really needs to help, what would help us in achieving what he's saying is external. If we have the right environment, what we will be doing will be, I can simply describe it as wonders in engineering. Now, let me say this. The skills that Nigerian engineers have is top-notch all over the world. When I got employed where I am, few months ago, only 2 Nigerians were given employment in that. Only 2 people were given employment in my department. When I discovered who the second person was, I discovered that he's not even a Nigerian, he's alone. He's a Yoruba person. Now, there was another job I got, who the second person, 2 of us were selected. The second person is from Edo State. Where are other people? Of course, this is Britain. This is England, where we think that everybody, they are good, they are this and that. So, but the engineers in Nigeria have these skills. They have the competence. They have what we need is purely the right environment. And that, I must say, is beyond what we can do. I think it's an external influence that really must help us to achieve this.
All right, and how do you think engineers in Nigeria can make themselves available to those external influences?
Oh, well, if that is the case, I think we are having an internal discussion with that. In that area, we meet, for instance, as Nigerian Society of Engineers, Abeokuta has a branch, and I am very much involved with it. I handed over as the Gen Secretary a few weeks ago. Now, we have discussions. We meet every month. We have discussions, and we tell ourselves that we need to network with people. You see, we need to be in the right places so that we can get the right, how do I put it now? The right propositions to pass through. So that's really what we are doing, part of what we are doing. But we have conversations amongst ourselves every time, and I want to believe that we are making progress with it because we're already seeing results. But the way everything is at the moment, many things is down already, but we are picking up. It might not happen in a day, but we will surely get there very soon.
Yeah, okay, we'll surely get there. But before I let you go, this program is sponsored by Prince Engineer Mrs. Shillon, FNSC, as you know. And in your sincere thoughts about what he's doing with this program and what he's achieving with it.
Oh, yeah, thank you very much. Engineer Prince Mrs. Shillon, I know him personally, and the drive he has for this program is very, very excellent. I don't know where he's got that from, but the passion he has for young minds to be the best in whatever they want to do is seriously excellent. And I want to really commend him for that. I've met him one-on-one, I've appreciated him one-on-one, and I will use this medium to also say thank you to Engineer Prince Mrs. Shillon for this very big opportunity that he has given to us. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Engineer Prince Mrs. Shillon, FNSC, for giving us this opportunity. And on this note, we'll have to go. Our time is up. But I want to say a big thank you to Engineer Wale OLALUWOYE, all the way from United Kingdom. Thank you so much for making out time to be on this program. Thank you. Hopefully next time you'll have to join us again if we call on you. All right, we'll have to go. Our question for the day, nobody called, so nobody got it, but the answer is 45. In case it is, you worked it out. But the question for the week is, a regular polygon has each of its angle as 160. what is the number of sides of the polygon? If you know the answer, let us have it on Facebook at Ogtv and on Instagram at Ogun State Television. We have to go. Thank you so much to the sponsor, Prince Engineer Yemisi Shilon, FNSC, for putting this together. And thank you so much, our numerous viewers from across the globe, for watching this program. Next week is another time, I will come to you with another interesting edition. My name is Tunelaniro, and I'm saying to you, bye-bye.